EMC and RSA, the security division of EMC, are going to share how we work to protect our enterprise. We'll provide you with a glimpse of the security and risk management strategy of the world's leading information infrastructure company and the premier provider of security, risk management, and compliance solutions. Let's take an inside look at EMC's Critical Incident Response Center, or CIRC, which leverages RSA solutions to monitor IT and global security environments while responding to immediate threats and vulnerabilities, malware, and data leakage. It supports a global log aggregation of more than 2,000 security devices and 250,000 end nodes from more than 500 sites globally. As organizations worldwide struggle to combat the continuously evolving threat landscape, preventive controls are no longer sufficient to protect an organization from attacks like advanced persistent threats and zero-day malware. It is imperative to develop and maintain a strong incident response process.
By concentrating purely on being a security switchboard for the company, we're able to monitor, analyze, and protect a Fortune 500 company with just a handful of people.
I know what you're thinking. How is this even possible with event flood? Verizon and a U.S. Secret Service report found that 86% of data breach victims had evidence in their log files, but failed to recognize it. What can a handful of people do against this tidal wave?
The global theater of risk continues to expand exponentially, yet our security budgets only incrementally. Accepting that there are always going to be gaps in what we can cover with these, it becomes a logical choice to make incident response a key part of any security program, being there to address emerging risks, mitigate impact as it happens, and provide some of the most cost-effective gap coverage for any security program.
So you're collecting logs, congratulations. What are you doing with them? Anybody can collect logs. Being able to decipher the actionable items from those logs, that's really the hard part of the job. Going back to building a critical incident response team, why do we need one? Oh, because nobody's looking at the logs. That's why you need one.
We don't look for the needle in the haystack. That's yesterday's paradigm. We look for the haystack in the needles. You're bombarded with needles attacking you every day. Small, irritating, none of them truly critical. But among all those needles are those little threads of larger actions at work. Out of those, you need to pull out the ones that make up the haystack of the big picture.
People often ask me, what kind of things should I look for in my enterprise? What can Envision help me to detect? My answer is always the same. Look to your security policy. What would the log show for someone to deviate from that policy?
If you don't have correlation rules, let's get some correlation rules designed around your security policy. Right? What you don't want to have happen. If this happens, followed by this is going to happen. Right? That's what you have when you're looking at an incident with events aggregated to it within EGRC. And now you have context, and that is do or die in incident response.
We chose the Archer EGRC platform because it allows us to create our own incident management application within the framework. Then, to bring in vast quantities of enterprise and security data, build relationships amongst that data, and present it in a single unified workflow. Now, with this single unified workflow, presenting both business and technical information in a single view, our analysts can spend much less time learning individual security control technologies and much more time analyzing, finding patterns, and making response decisions.
In our CIRC, we transformed incident response from its traditional role of an on-the-fly team reverse engineering the cause of a declared incident to a team practicing just-in-time mitigation of an imminent risk.
There's a big difference between an incident and a declared incident. My goal as an analyst in the CIRC is to make sure we never have a declared incident, to keep it at that incident level. The cool thing about having an entire list of behaviors of compromise within one incident record and having that event happen enough to know the outcome Your circ in turn can actually stop things happening before they actually do.
What's better? Arson investigators to tell you how the building burnt down, or firemen to recognize and douse the first signs of flame?
With all the threats to address, risks to calculate, and systems to rectify, dealing with them all at once is an insurmountable job. The only way to deal with this is to handle them in a just-in-time manner, discovering when things are becoming an issue and then rectifying them at that time. By having an incident response program and being able to detect things in a just-in-time manner, we're able to prevent things from burning out of control. This doesn't reduce risk, but it does mitigate the impact of a realized threat.
Imagine one single pane of glass for managing security operations, including virtual environments. No more silos, digging for metrics, or looking for the needle in the haystack. Any correlation rule that gets tripped is aggregated into an Archer EGRC incident record with accompanying events that are related to that incident. It's all about context. Now you can see the haystack in the needles.